Chambo signed, 3 points on the cards. Can Ipswich Town get a win to lift everyone's hopes? Come on. Welcome back, guys, to the 7th instalment of this introduction video. I cannot do this intro any more times, right? I'm getting frustrated now. Anyway, let's get into it. Firstly, thank you so much for your continued support. Make sure you hit the subscribe button by clicking on my little face in the bottom right hand corner. Click that, hit subscribe, and we're on there. Please do not walk through the cable. Will, come over, mate. Let's talk football. Please, let's just talk football. Yeah, for the 7th time we've done this today. Can you just quickly summarise what Luke Chambers means to this club?
Luke Chambers means everything, you know. He's the captain, he's been here, you know. By the time this new 2-year deal's up, been here for 9 years. Yeah. Puts his heart and soul into every game, you know. He plays with, you know, although people might not like it, you know, he plays with injuries, he plays with a broken wrist, he's played with broken ribs, you know. So he puts everything into this game. He helps youth players. He knows the club inside out. And you know, when you're in the position we are, looking like we're going down, you need someone that's going to rally the troops, get people motivated, get going. And you know, effectively, he's come back up. Because although we've been here for what 18 years now, and we've moaned about being stuck in the same league for so long, you know, now next season all we'll probably want is to come back here. Yeah. So you know, he's everything you want from a captain. Really, that's all I got to say about him.
That's brilliant. I completely agree with that, but you know, more importantly, do you reckon we'll see a fist bump today?
You know, we could. You know, Forest, they're a good team, and you know, obviously it's tight up the top of that where they sort of are. You know, there's only 3-4 points in it, but you know, they're not up there with like the very, very best, like you know, Sheffield United, Norwich, Leeds, West Brom. You know, so there's clearly vulnerabilities there, and you know, if Alan Judge is on his game, we've got Bishop. You know, who can make things happen. So you know, there's definitely potential for us to do things through that team. And you know, we have got quality, regardless of what this season shows. We have got quality.
Results-wise, what do you reckon today?
You know, I'm gonna say if we're gonna win, I'd say it'll be a 2-1, but I'd be happy with a 1-1 draw.
All right, mate. Cheers, mate. Right, I'm here with Jack. Daryl Murphy is back in Ipswich today for Nottingham Forest. Do you reckon he can get a goal on the score sheet or not?
Well, he tried very hard last year and Bart wouldn't let him, so I don't think he will this year.
He scored against us when he was at Newcastle, didn't he?
Yeah, Newcastle.
Was that when we beat 3-1 at Portman Road?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Yeah, that was a bloody good game.
That was a good day. But in terms of Daryl Murphy as a player, arguably one of the best strikers we've had in the last decade. What is your fondest memory of him?
Well, I think it had to be just that season we had with him when we came top 6, top goal scorer in the championship. I think he ended up with 27 goals, something like that. I mean, the goal he scored against Blackburn from the edge of the box, caught the keeper right out. That was the best goal I've ever seen at Portman Road.
But we all love him, but hopefully he'll have a quiet day today. What's your score prediction?
Well, the way we've been playing over the last few games, we haven't deserved 1-1 draws. We've deserved the wins, really. I mean, West Brom. West Brom, we should have won.
Just a quick mention to anyone that's watching this video: please do not walk through my cable again. It's happened 8 to 9 times today. It's clearly quite visible. All right, so please do not do that. The damage it's caused to a number of phones I've had already is ridiculous. All right, thank you. Let's continue. What's the score going to be?
So, as I was saying, West Brom, it was a 1-1 draw. We should have had a 3-1 victory that day. But I reckon if we can actually score some goals, I reckon we could sneak a 2-1 win today.
Cheers for that. Right, I'm here with Josh and Jade. Big game today, guys. Trying to get a few more points on the table, but Luke Chambers just signed his contract extension. Josh, how does that make you feel, mate?
Well, I think it's good for the club, really. Even though he hasn't had the best of seasons, I think his just leadership here has really helped boost the team, and I think without him, would be in far worse positions, and like the team would have no motivation going into game and stuff. So yeah.
That's good. It's good. And there's a lot of youngsters come through at the moment. He's putting a lot of them up at his house. What do you think it's important that they have someone to look up to like him?
Yeah, he plays a big role in the club. So yeah, it's important that someone like him is around to help the youngsters as they're coming through the team. So yeah, I think that is really important what he's doing and the role he plays around the club. So I'm glad that we've got him for another couple of years. Yeah.
He'd be the first to say that he's had a bad season. You know, going into League One, could he step up and perform, do you think?
I think he can. I think it will help when all the players step up and perform as well as a team in general. But the way he is around the team, that plays a big part as well. So I think that will all help anyway. Okay.
I'll go with scores then. What do you reckon the score's going to be today, Josh?
I'm going to have to say 2-1 Forest. Yeah.
You can't say that. Come on. All right, so what's going on here? What is going on today? Jade, what do you reckon?
I'm going to say 2-1 Town, Chambers header on the corner.
Lovely. Come on. Tom, the return of Roy of the Rovers today. No, seriously. Roy Keane's come back, mate. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, he didn't do a great job when he was here, did he? I mean, absolute fraud of a manager. I think with Sunderland, he got very lucky, spent all that money to get him up.
Ironically, he inherited Mick McCarthy's side, didn't he?
Yeah, funny enough, yeah. That's why they were where they are, unfortunately. I mean, if we had Mick McCarthy back at that time, maybe it would have got us up when money wasn't as important in the Championship.
I think it's important to say that Roy Keane was probably at the helm when all this shit basically started to go south. We're at a turning point now, aren't we? And you know, best thing for town fans to do today is not even give Roy Keane any recognition at all.
No, just imagine he's not there. I mean, that's what he wants. He loves the attention, don't he?
Oh yeah.
I mean, and just don't give it to him. I mean, you're not surprised why he hasn't picked up a manager's job since he left us.
Yeah.
Because he's just Martin O'Neill's assistant, isn't he? His best mate's trying to give him a job.
Yeah.
It's the only reason he's got one.
Yeah. Strong words. Mate, today, what do you reckon the score's going to be?
You know what, after the last two performances, really good performances, really solid, we're 2-1 Town, I feel.
Yeah. Lovely job. Cheers, mate. Right, I'm here with Don and Mark. Boys, season ticket prices have come up in the last week, something we've talked about previously, but it's really important now that it's likely that the club are going to go down, that they get the season ticket prices strategy right. Ticket pricing on a general match day probably needs to come down. You know, what would it do if we got, you know, the fans back for this club? I'll start with you, Don, firstly.
Yeah, it's interesting. I went to Huddersfield away a couple of seasons ago, and at the time Huddersfield were doing a season ticket deal for about £200, just over £200. And as a result, they got full stadiums, and in that year they went on to get promotion into the Premier League. And what they did, they got the full town behind the club. And Paul Lambert talks about being the only club in town. Well, a cheap season ticket deal would do that. It would bring the people back in bigger numbers to get right behind town for a good comeback.
Yeah, solid fans don't care what league we're in, do they, Mark? You know, will you be there next season?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I think through thick and thin, you know, it's a big, huge disappointment we're going to drop out of this league. You know, I've been here when we dropped out of the Premier League, First Division. It's still gutting, but you're a true blue.
Does that make our club less attractive to fans, though, our fans?
No, I think, you know, it's still good if we can get the nucleus of the fans behind the team. You know, win or draw, what league or win, we've got to come back and support the Blues. It's you know, but we've got to look at these season ticket prices to draw back people, because it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And people will drift away if it's more expensive.
Yeah.
You've got to get the lads in and to support the lads, haven't you?
Exactly. It's immensely important. But let's look a bit closer to today and the situation. What do you reckon? How do you reckon we're going to get on today?
Well, I think we should do well in the game. I think there's a feeling of relaxation now. I mean, to be honest, we are down, and the players might play with a little bit more abandonment, a bit more freedom, and I could see us beating Forest, but it'd only be close, 1-0, I'd say.
Yeah. And what do you reckon, Mark?
I think, as I said before, really, it's winning the game. We've got to give a little bit of hope. We never know. We're not mathematically down, and it would be nice to get one over Roy Keane.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Without a doubt.
So, score?
Same as Don, I reckon. 1-0.
1-0. All right, cheers, lads.
Hello, welcome to Ipswich Fanzone. Today we are interviewing the main person at Ipswich Fanzone. His name is
Bob.
Bob, why do you support Ipswich?
It's a disease, really. I picked up when I was younger, and I just can't get rid of it.
Is it something that you've been supporting all your life?
Yeah. Since I was about 13, I reckon I picked up. You know, really
well, when I was at school, right, I got beaten up for being an Ipswich fan by lots of Arsenal fans when we beat them in the FA Cup. But how about yourself? Did you used to get beaten up as a kid?
No, mate. I used to beat up kids.
You used to be the beat of the kids. Personal space.
Yeah, can I have some stranger danger?
Well, that rounds up that rubbish. You're actually recording this.
You've got to ask me what the score's going to be.
Well, I know what the score's going to be.
I reckon 5-0 win, and Quaynard's going to score 4 today.
It's going to be 1-1.
Cheers, mate.
Kilo, kilo, you're a cunt. Kilo, you're a cunt. Kilo, kilo, you're a cunt.
Right, final score 1-1. I've got Danny from Blue Action here. What do you think of that, mate?
Do you know what? Keith Stroud should not be allowed anywhere near a football pitch. He's an absolutely dreadful referee. We haven't had rubber the green any point this season. Today we did, but because of Stroud, nothing came of it. I'm sure all the town fans will back me that he's got something against us. You can say that could be chucked around a lot, but he's got something against Ipswich Town because some of them decisions today were absolutely disgusting.
The 4th game is refereed Ipswich Town this season.
Disgusting. But on a lighter note, everyone, you know, all the supporters, Section 6 and parts of 5 were absolutely unreal today. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Regardless, we're going to be here no matter what, do you know what I mean? So, up a town. That's all I've got to say. Cheers, Ash.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Come in, mate. Come in. I want you in the head. Come on. Yeah, I don't care. No, you interviewed me. I'm interviewing you now.
No, but I did say 1-1. You could say that.
Did you? I don't think you did. What did you make of that?
I said it was going to be 1-1.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You had 100 quid on James to score, didn't you?
That's because I was noticing the amount of corners we were getting. Yeah. Because in the second half we was actually getting on top of them.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what, James might just sneak in there for an 80 to 100 to 1.
Is it fair to say the referee changed the game today?
He was poor. I thought actually the referee was poor for both sides. So there you are, he was poor.
Yeah.
Play to the whistle. You know what I mean? For God's sake. A goal came of it. They scored a goal because they didn't play to the whistle. We scored a goal.
Give Forest a run for their money, didn't we?
I think in the first half we limited them. They were a good side.
Yeah.
And we limited them to about 4 chances in the first half. So our defence held up really well. It was only the corner that they scored from. In the second half we were on top of them. Say about 60th minute onwards.
Yeah.
We started to take control of the game, and I thought, hey up, we're going to win this because we started creating chances. I think we had most majority of the possession, the corners in the second half. We were more threatening.
Yeah.
I don't recall. I think Bart had 1 save to make, and he did make a good save. So they did have chances.
Yeah.
Not denying that, but we were on top, and it's just a shame, you know. Then again, if it wasn't Keith Stroud, it would have been 2-2.
If we could have changed any of those 19-20 games into the results they should have been this season, we would have been up there around the playoffs, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Well, it's like I say, if you've got somebody in the class of, I don't know, Darryl Murphy up front or whatever, somebody who knows we're a natural goal scorer, then we could have, if we'd taken them chances. Look at Nolan's chance today.
Oh, that was a screamer.
That was an empty net virtually, and he put it past
screamer.
the post. So you've got somebody who's more lethal in front of goal then.
Yeah.
But that's the story of our season, and hopefully next season when we're up against defences that are a lot poorer than the Championship, we'll take them chances and we'll steamroll everybody.
Nice one, Mike. Cheers for that. Anyway, so we've got a nice long international break now, but then the next game is Hull at home. So I'll see you then. Until then, like and subscribe, like Mike just said, and come on, you Blues.